Heck yeah. Well, welcome to the HnH Podcast.
The
We're
mini series.
the mini series. As you may or may not have noticed, it is only Colton and I today. And honestly, this is something that we're thinking might be a little more regular at times. You know, we want to have everyone on as much as possible, but life's crazy,
Yeah,
you
and
know.
it's all over the place. And with Hunter working a traveling job and Jared in the military, it's hard. So
Yeah.
the last couple podcasts have been canceled and moved, and so in fact we haven't even gotten the other one posted yet. So I don't know if this one will come out before or after the second podcast, but yeah, we decided we want to do a little bit more with it, and yeah.
Heck yeah. And you're going to be hearing a lot more from us than the other guys probably because our schedule's way more flexible. We go build houses during the time the sun's up and
Come home
we
when the sun's down.
come home when the sun's down and hang out with our family, spend time with each other through technology.
Yep. But no, I'm excited for this. This is just another way to continue our friendship, our brotherhood, and yeah. But
Heck yeah. No, I was honestly, just as you were saying that, I was thinking about how I feel like in a way the last couple months, honestly, ever since our deer hunt especially, I feel like we've been able to get a lot closer to each other than usual.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, when we were kids, we always had this dream of, oh, we're always going to be best friends and all this and that. And I mean, as everybody knows, you grow up, you grow apart, you move different states, and technology just makes that so much easier to continue to be in each other's lives.
Yeah,
So no, that's something that I mean, I when I was growing up, I was like, "There's no way we're ever going to grow apart." It's just one of those things. I remember. I mean, we lived a ways away when we were kids. I mean, 4 hours. So every time
yeah.
we got to see each other, it was always those late night talks, and
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I, I the one I remember the most was when we came up to Alaska to visit you guys, and we just sat there talking all night. And yeah, I was like, well, this is never gonna end, is it? We're always gonna have it. And we are. We're we're figuring it out, and um, so anyway, that's yeah.
Yeah. No, I it's been nice because I mean, since life has progressed, I've moved out of the house, went on a mission, went to college, got married, have kids, got a house of my own, moved completely different place than the rest of my family. I don't, as everyone who knows me would know, I am the absolute worst with keeping up with people, especially the ones that I want to keep up with the most.
Yeah.
I could tell you, out of all my cousins, you are 150% the one I've been in the most contact with. There's
Yeah.
some that I haven't talked to in years. Not for any reason at all, just
Well,
life.
there is one
Life.
reason, the fact that we have so many.
Yeah, holy crud.
I mean, the fact that um, yeah, we just have so many cousins that shoot, I haven't seen half of them since Verger, not 20 years ago, but
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, but
No. But and something that's really helped with us being able to do that is we hunt with each other all the time.
mm-hmm.
Even if we don't if I was up at school and you were at home or you were working somewhere else and I was here and we always counted on there would be hunting season that we would come together and be able to do stuff with each other.
Yep. Yep. And that's been nothing but true. I mean, ever since you guys moved to Colorado, that really, I guess, helped with that. So
Yeah,
being 20 minutes away instead of 200 miles away or whatever it is, we were able to do a lot in that time. And then when you got back, and I guess the story I want to transition into
yeah,
is
go
when you
for it.
got back from your mission, and you were fairly fresh, right?
When
When we went elk hunting.
oh, that was the week after I got home.
Yeah.
The very next day. So I got home on that Wednesday,
Uh huh.
and the next day is when we went and my dad shot that cow.
Oh, really? I
It
totally
was the
forgot about
very
that.
next day.
I remember that now.
And then that evening, I think it was that evening, we went to Walmart and I got an over-the-counter bull tag.
Mm-hmm. Because didn't we
That's
see a bull with those cows?
yeah,
I don't remember, but
we did. And one of your siblings had a tag for a bull.
it must have been like Cambry. It may have been Trace. No,
I
it might have been
almost want to
Cambry.
say, I almost want to say Jaylee.
I don't think Jaylee was old enough then.
Maybe not. It might have been.
So,
I
and
don't
that makes
remember.
sense because I think I remember hunting with Cambry in a totally different unit with that.
Yeah,
But either way, we didn't get a shot at him.
yeah. He's a pretty good looking bull.
Yeah, but no, that was that hunt in a zone. The one we're going to talk about is, or that I want to talk about. Um, did we go out that morning?
Uh, Opening morning.
Was that opening morning? That no, the morning that we went after that bull.
Uh, the day I got it was the third day because it opened on Saturday, I believe,
Gotcha.
and then we didn't hunt on Sunday, and I got it on Monday.
And you got the tag Monday, so we wouldn't have hunted the morning.
Yeah,
So that's why we were so late getting to our spot. So anyway, we went to the spot, this canyon, or these canyons, and like Caden said, he was fresh off his mission, fresh. I mean, and so we were talking a lot, and just kind of having a light hunt, driving around, looking in the canyons. If Jared hears the story, he's gonna claim it's all on him. It's because he showed me this canyon. This like it's not Jared. So I didn't know this exact spot because of Jared. It just so happened to be one of his favorite spots. So when he has a smart aleck comment to say about that, that's the preface. Is
yeah.
it wasn't Jared's spot, but it was. So anyway, it was. I want to say almost noon when we got out there.
The the first time we went out to that,
Yeah,
it was middle of the day for
like
sure.
and I just had this thing in my head where these canyons are so steep and it's fairly open that we should be able to spot a bedded bull. So we worked one side of the canyon and glass, and nothing. But one of us, was it me or you? I don't remember. Heard the rocks, or maybe it was both of
It
us.
was both. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was right at because you'd found that shed right before
Oh yeah.
because you went down in the trees a little bit, and I was like heck, I'm going down there.
Yeah.
Then you came back up with the little shed, and I was like, freaking heck, I should have went. But then, yeah, it was shortly after that we were hearing stuff run underneath us.
Yeah. So we went to the other side of the canyon, and started doing the same thing. Just walk 20 yards glass, walk 20 yards glass, and we started on the backside of the canyon, then worked our way around. But anyway,
Yeah.
we got to where across the canyon from where we heard the stuff, and looked down now, and we were glassing. I looked down in almost the very bottom, lower third of the canyon, and I see just tan. I'm like, holy crap, that's an elk. And so I was looking, I saw it, and I was like, Kane, there's an elk right there. And I pulled my vinyls up, and I couldn't see him. And it took us a good 10 minutes to find him again, didn't
Oh,
it?
at least it took me at least that long to find it. Period. Because you're like,
Yeah.
there's no. I know I saw it. It's down in near the bottom, and I was looking back and forth as much as I could, and I was like, this is a bunch of crap. I don't see anything, nothing at all.
Yeah, no, and no, it took us a good 10 minutes until we were able to turn him up again. At least. I mean, it was a long time.
Yeah,
I think we had to move to find him again.
yeah.
But we finally found him, and it took us another half an hour or
Oh
so.
yeah,
I mean, it was probably a good hour from the time we saw the elk to um, the
when
time
he
we were
got
able to get
up.
on him. Yeah, but because then when we finally did find him, we couldn't tell if he was a bull or a cow
Yeah,
or I don't
just
know.
just looking at him, he had all we could see was the back half of his body,
Mm-hmm.
and just looking at him, we were like, oh man, that it looks like a bull, but I have no flipping clue.
Yeah. No, and it was frustrating. We were like, I was like, I almost want to tell you shoot him. I'm like, I just don't know because I mean, first of all, he has to be a bull, and second of all, he has to be a legal bull.
Yeah, that was
So
the other thing is we were like, we got to make sure if this actually is a bull, which we were pretty sure it was, if he was
yeah,
going to be have enough points or brow time's big enough. Or,
yeah, no, that was. So finally, I'll let you go from here.
no, I'd gotten set up at one point, probably like a good 20 minutes before he got up, sitting down, and after a minute of sitting like that, I was like, oh, this just isn't a comfortable spot. I need to get to a better. So I found where a branch was kind of hanging over, and I was able to stand up and rest there. And it was another 10, 15 minutes after I switched.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking at him through the scope. All we can see is the back half of him still. And you're watching him through the binos, and we're just sitting there waiting, 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 waiting. And he finally stands up. Once he stood up, we didn't even have to count his points. Once he stood up, you were like, legal. And I knew he was legal.
Yeah,
Play big. Well, no, then he
and
took,
he didn't just stand up; he stood up and started moving.
yeah, no, he got up and he knew something was up. He probably known we were there for a while,
Yeah,
but no, he got up and started moving, and he made it maybe 10, 15 yards up the canyon, heading up. And I took a shot as he was moving. Not a good shot. Shouldn't have taken it, but I did. Well, in the end, I'm not sad that it happened because it turned him to the left
yeah,
because he was heading kind of up and to the right. And after that shot, turned him straight to the left. And he walked out into the only like open, super open, clear
mm-hmm.
spot. And he stopped broadside. And you had ranged him pretty quick. It was like 260 yards, give or take.
Yeah.
And you had like just yelled out the range real quick. I got right on him and squoze the trigger. And then we just saw him drop and start rolling down.
Yep. And that's just the beginning of the story.
Yeah.
Because there were just the two of us there, and by then it was what 4 or 5 o'clock in
Yeah.
November or
Yeah.
late October. I mean, it was a hot October, but it was still later,
Oh, yeah.
so it got light faster, and Yeah. We shot across the canyon, which I don't know if it was a good idea or a bad idea. I still don't know that.
I think it turned out pretty good.
Yeah. And was he a 6 or was he just a 5?
5x6.
5x6.
He's
That's
6
like
on one side.
so. No, that was a great bowl. But
No, and here, let me. Ugh, give you a little visual. Okay, can I flip this?
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
so.
No. Oh, he looks good in there.
Yeah,
He always looks good, but
so he's got 6 on his left, 5 on his
yeah.
right. His right brow tine drops.
Yeah, he's a
Just a
cool
good,
bowl.
no monster by any means, but he's a great bull, great first bull, especially.
Yeah, about to say you've been pretty blessed with the bulls you have.
I have.
That's your
Hopefully this
smallest
year I'll
bull.
be blessed again. Yeah, it's just gotten bigger every time so far.
And
So
it's not
far.
like you're that picky either.
No, I definitely am not. I'm a for right now. I'm a legal and it's dead hunter.
Yeah.
but uh, but no, we shot him. He rolled down, which was we were excited, and at the same time we were like, crap. Now we got to take him from the bottom.
Yeah.
We instead of driving back around because, well, for one, we didn't exactly know where he would be at the point.
Yeah.
We hiked down to the bottom and then went up the other side. Started looking for him, split up. Colton went one way, I went the other, and we had a real good idea of where he was. And finally found him, walked up on him just laying there.
Yeah, that was and you've heard mention of the hooper and the hollering that we do. Now there was a lot of hollering
Oh yeah,
when we found that bull.
because at that point he was the biggest one any of us had ever got. He's
Yeah.
definitely been passed since then, but
Well, you were the next one to pass him.
yeah, I'm the one that passed him again until this year. He
Yeah,
most definitely passed us.
I got a little surprise back there that we'll save for another time. But
Yeah, no, but I was grinning ear to ear. Up to that point, probably had never been more excited in my life.
then we packed out the head and the. What else did we take? Did we take a front or maybe the loins?
I think we took the loins that trip.
And
Went
packed it
back
back to the truck.
back down the canyon and up the side where we shot him from. Got to the truck, drove back around, had him marked on Onyx, thankfully,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it
No,
was it was almost dark by the time we got back to the other side, and then
yeah.
had to hike down and find him.
We didn't get out of that canyon till I want to say. Well, maybe we didn't get back home till midnight,
Yeah,
but it was a late night.
it was.
Which, the more I think about it, all the bulls that you've shot have been pretty late nights.
Yeah, we got home at about midnight on that one, and then we got home at about 3 or 4 in the morning on the next one.
Yeah, that other one, we were on the mountain taking care of him at midnight.
Yeah,
It was,
after our third trip back up there.
yeah.
Oh heck. Oh, but then yeah, we got them all loaded up on our packs. We decided we sure as heck weren't going to make 2 trips because we had already technically made one. So we loaded them up. Our packs were loaded.
They're those cheap Walmart packs, packs. They're cheap. And I don't know how we fit half an elk a piece on it, but we did.
Uh, we were literally, not even figuratively, literally crawling out of there.
Mm-hmm. Then when we need the break, we'd have to find a rock and just kind of just latch onto it so we wouldn't fall backwards.
Yeah. I remember my dad called us at that point because it had been a few hours since dark, and he
Yeah.
was getting worried. Called us. We're like, no, we're packing out a bowl. We'll be there in a couple hours.
Oh no, that was a fun one.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's that's still one of my most memorable hunts.
yeah, it was short but long.
Yeah, I have I excuse me. On my phone I've got pictures throughout the day when we were like up on the mountain earlier that morning
Uh-huh.
and the bucks that we saw when we got back to the vehicle and we're heading to where we ended up shooting him. And the road shed, the super, super, super chalked out one that was right off the side of the road,
Uh,
technically in the road
I was
almost.
about to say I thought that one was in the road.
And then I remember the picture right before the first picture of the dead elk. The picture right before that is us in the Suburban, just with the looks of like, I'm so done with this.
Oh, I was
You
so
were on your
tired.
phone and you just looked exhausted, and I was exhausted as heck. I know when we were heading to a spot, I think when we were heading back around to where we ended up shooting him, I was falling asleep as we were going. And
Yeah. Then I was just about ready. I knew I was wanting to take a nap. I don't remember why I didn't, but
yeah, well, I think we had decided that was our last spot we were checking, and then we were
I
heading
think so
out.
too.
We were like, oh, we'll check over here real quick, and then we'll get out of here. And we
Hmm.
weren't even doing a long. We had originally planned on hiking a good chunk of the canyon, but by then we were like, oh, we'll go a couple hundred yards and then get out of
Yep.
here.
Oy. No, that was a good one. Yeah, that pack out was probably one of the funnest, hardest pack outs I've done.
Oh yeah,
But okay, and stupidest
yep.
because we could have done it in 2 trips a lot faster and probably a lot safer. But
Yeah, we should have, because the Suburban was right there after we shot. We should have went and got the packs,
yeah,
went and found him, taken a load out with us, gone back around, went and
but
got
we
the
don't
rest.
think clearly when we shoot something.
We shot him and we were like, let's get the heck over there and find him. And
Yeah, well, there's no walking. We were going as
oh
fast as
no,
we could.
sprinting down the side of that canyon. Because I'll admit, for me at least, he did have a bit of ground shrinkage.
Yeah. Well, when
I
he's when he blew out of his bed, I was like, "Holy crap, that's a monster!"
Oh, I thought he was. The very first time I saw him, after he came in the opening, it's a little different. But the very first time I saw him, I was like, "That's a 300-inch bull."
Yeah,
Then when he came in the opening, I was like, "Oh no, no!" But he's still a really nice bull. When we got up
yeah.
to him, I was like, "He's definitely smaller than I thought, but he's still a really good bull."
Oh yeah, that was. And I mean, Hunter's brought it up a couple times. His biggest bull is a little raghorn.
Oh, he's his buck, his biggest buck is literally bigger than his elk.
Yeah,
He could fit his elk antlers inside of his buck.
yeah. That's that. He got a pretty big buck that year.
Yeah, it's a mix between their small elk and it's a really big buck. So,
Yeah, not very many bucks break that 30-inch mark.
no,
But
that's that's a story we'll have to have him share with
yeah, I'm
us.
about to say that's. I'm thinking of all these stories that are bouncing off of this one
Yeah,
of your elk hunt, your last bull, and his bull, and
yeah,
his monster
both
buck. That
both his elk, his bull, my buck that year.
Oh yeah, his first bull, I doubled up with him.
Yeah.
I shot a
Oh
cow.
yeah, that's right.
So, and we could have
Made.
killed another bull. I mean, Cambry had a bull tag too, but she was just in the wrong spot.
Yeah.
But no, that's one that we'll get to them all eventually.
Oh
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe not.
Eventually. Well, by the time we catch up, we'll have a lot more to share.
Yeah, yeah. That's this year's going to be a little bit slower year than normal, but
Yeah. It's all right.
yeah,
Um, we'll still have some good stuff to talk about.
oh yeah,
I think next year will be a pretty good year for us.
yeah. I think next year we're gonna try and do the Coues deer hunt again. Well, yeah, do it.
Make it happen this
Make it
time.
happen this time.
Not just get tags for it and never
Yeah.
go.
But
No,
yeah, we'll do that. We'll
I'm
either get
hoping to.
Utah this year or next year.
Yeah, I was just about to say I'm hoping to get that Utah tag this year or next year.
Hmm. I was looking at the odds for it as a youth, and for this particular unit, the odds of drawing it for a youth are 100%.
Good heck.
I'm like, well, why aren't Bronson talent hunting this unit?
I know.
I've seen some toads in there.
Oh yeah.
So, and I don't know. After this winter, it might be really hard on that herd, but
Yeah.
we'll see. I don't know how it is. I'll have to call my grandpa sometime and see how the winter's going over there. But
Yeah. No, because I still to this day the biggest buck I've ever seen in person has been in that unit.
mm-hmm. Well, shoot, up until this year, yeah, that was me too. I saw, and I've got videos of it on the Instagram page. You have to scroll way back, but and it may be just on mine. I might have to find it and post it again. But
Yeah.
um, there were 170-inch deer were looking small in this bachelor herd. It was just ridiculous. There's like big old non-typicals and then just wide typicals, and it had
Oh,
everything.
I remember you showing me those videos. I know what you're talking about.
And we end up sneaking in on one of the bigger ones, and I'll have to get my other cousin on sometime too and talk about him because we have a lot of history with that buck.
Yeah.
And Buddy, the 3x1 is what we call him. Because every year he grows 3 points on one and just a spike on the other. And he's always on that mountain. So, but we end up, if I had the tag and I saw him, I would have shot him.
Yeah.
But this particular 3x1 was hanging it with drop time, is what we call it. I mean, we called him drop time because he had an 8-inch drop time. And just a big boxy buck. And I think that was one of the bigger ones I've ever seen until this year. So, moving to Wyoming has its perks.
Yeah.
I saw a big winter range buck the other day that I sent you guys video of, and
Yeah. Holy crud, that one is a toad.
he has double inlines, just a massive frame, huge frame. I mean, you look at him, you think there's an elk out there, but yeah,
I personally would confidently say he's a 200-inch buck.
I
Pretty easy.
I think so too. So I'm fairly skeptical of guessing, but
Yeah.
I know fairly close deer with
Yeah.
all the sheds we find and whatnot. So I had a hard time judging this bull, but he was the biggest one I saw in a long time. So I was like, I'm not letting him pass.
No way. With that tag, I would have 100% shot that bull.
Yeah, yeah, it was fun. That's a story for another time, but it was fun. Tag, I'll probably never hunt again with my tag, but I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Oh, I got my points towards a unit right now that will probably be a one-time deal for me.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see. My wife should draw that tag this year. She's got enough points for it.
Oh, really? The first season?
Yeah. Hmm.
The first or the early?
First.
Gotcha.
We thought she had enough for the early, but we went and checked the other day. No, but
How many does she
hopefully,
have?
I think she's got 8.
8. Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
so.
where Tracer's
We
sitting now.
we thought she had more, but no. I think there's a couple years that got skipped, but instead of
Yeah.
putting in, the kid just got skipped.
Uh, that's cool. You'll you'll have to film it, or I'll have to take time off and come film it if my dad doesn't draw his big bull tag.
Yeah,
So he's got a 50% chance, is what the odds are saying. So I doubt he draws it, but
yeah.
you never
Hey,
know.
you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly. Not like these other states that I'm looking at Arizona right now because it's open. And I'm like, the odds of hunting an elk with a rifle in Arizona right now, you're 8 years out on most units.
That's nuts.
Or at least the bigger bull units, but
Yeah, yeah,
that's, I mean, you're 8 years out. Excuse me, you're 8 years out to hunt it with a bow late season.
yeah.
So not in the rut. You're just hunting bull elk late season with a bow. I'm like, I don't know if 8 points is worth it.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. For me, at least, I wouldn't think so. But
No.
there's probably some of those diehard bow hunters out there that'd be like, "Freak yeah, it's worth it."
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I consider myself fairly die hard bow, but
Yeah,
I only hunted with a bow this year for 3 days, 4 days.
yeah.
So now it's for my antelope.
I my bear tag I had this year was a bow.
Yeah.
Never got to go out, but I was in my son was in the NICU the whole season, so it was good that I didn't go out, but would have been nice.
Yeah. That takes you a year or two to draw, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is a couple years,
Gotcha.
but that's all right. I'll get it again in a couple years.
Yeah, and you'll shoot a big old monster boar.
Yeah, yeah had a few pointers to a couple decent ones, but it's all right. There'll be
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, there'll always be more. In worst case, you can go back to back to where we hunt, and
Yeah,
you can pick up 2 bear tags and shoot them with whatever you want.
yeah.
At least before the wolves push everything out.
Oh goodness. Yeah, that's a some I won't get into, but I'm not fond of.
No, nobody is. I mean, yeah, nobody is.
I mean, I in Alaska when I was living there, I didn't like them.
Yeah.
No one there liked them at all. To see them coming here now, I'm just man.
Yeah, no, they're it's going to be different for sure. It'll take a couple years, but a lot of the areas we hunt are gonna be feeling it.
Yeah, which is too bad, but
Yeah, but you can't do anything about it now.
no. Hopefully our deer unit will still be good.
I'm thinking our deer unit. I mean, my grandpa owns land around that area, and he claims he sees a wolf every once in a while.
Really?
Yeah, or at least once he's sworn it. And I mean, he's the one that got me into hunting and everything. So I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. There probably is one out there.
Yeah.
So, but no. Did you see the new changes that they're looking into for 2024 for Colorado?
No.
They're thinking. I haven't read into it at all, so don't quote me on this. But there's a lot of talk about making OTC a draw
Like completely?
for archery. Yeah,
For archery, yeah.
yeah. Which I don't disagree with one bit.
No. I can
So,
tell you that here where I am, they did that last year.
mm-hmm.
And from everyone I've talked to, there's probably hunters out there that are like, oh, it's bogus. From everyone I've talked to, this has been the best archery season in a long time
Yeah, I imagine.
because
And that
there's
unit,
not
because that's the unit
2,000
that,
hunters in this one unit.
yeah, that's the unit that I came and hunted that one day with you, wasn't it?
Yeah. And I mean, we had a heck of a time that day.
Yeah,
And I heard that this last
I've
year was
never,
phenomenal.
yeah, I've never had a day like we had in all my years of hunting.
Yeah, that was
Just,
nuts.
just we were able to go. We road bugled, which I've never had work in Colorado.
No, we had it work multiple times that day, though.
Yeah, we road bugled, road bugled, road bugled. Every road bugle or every place we stopped, we got an answer.
Yeah. Then we went back to the first one and tried again from the road and responded. So we were like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, yeah, and I kicked myself from that one
Same.
because looking back on it, so the situation is this bull's fairly fired up,
Yeah.
and we have this. It's the last day of season, so we have one day to hunt. That's just how schedules worked out. We had one day to hunt, um, and so yeah, we found the closest bull to go after, and this one responded after daylight. So we were like, let's send it. And we get working in there and set up a couple times trying to pull him into us, and he just won't commit. So finally, we just jumped right up on top of him, and he still won't commit. But we see him there raking at what, 60 yards?
He was about 60, yeah.
So,
And if he was broadside, we probably would have
mhm.
been even more willing to take that shot. Looking back now, I should have just got ready then.
Yep.
But if he was broadside, I know for a fact we would have just probably went from right there.
Yeah, probably killed him right there.
Yeah,
So, honestly. But no, he was raking. I think he was quartering two or he was quartering some way.
yeah,
But there's a little divot, so a little saddle in the ridge, and on top of the other side, you would have been like what 30 yards from him or so, if
yeah,
that.
if that.
So I was like, that's the right idea. I'll stay here, keep eyes on him, and let you know when his head's down, and then you peek over and shoot him. Well, by the time you got in that divot, he stopped raking, turned broadside, and just stood there for a second looking at us, and then he just moseyed on out.
Never could get back on him.
No, no.
Yeah.
But,
Saw him once more, but he was taking off up that cliffside.
yeah, I can't believe he made it up that.
Holy cow, I can't believe how fast they went up that.
They flew up it. It was crazy. Because then we tried to catch up to him right after he disappeared. Then we were just in the middle of all the cows, and
Yeah.
it was cool. But
It was, yeah, no, I've never been in something like that, but it was, wish we could have got another chance, but
yeah,
honestly, I'm not disappointed with how the day ended.
no, that was just a fun day of elk hunting.
Yeah,
No, and we were in elk most of the day.
yeah. Right up to last light, we were in.
Mm-hmm.
we, we were gonna head out, and we were like, let's try one more bugle right here from the road again. Bugled and across the freaking river, we had a response.
Yeah,
So we were like, it's last day, last light.
we
Screw it,
don't
let's
mind getting
go.
wet at this time.
Went through the river, got over there, got set up. Just never had him. He bugled once or twice again when we were over there,
Yeah, and then he just kind of shut
but
up.
then he just was done. And he still, even when we were over there, when he bugled, it sounded like had gone up the ridge a little bit more.
Yeah,
He wasn't coming,
no, he wasn't.
but it
No,
was,
that was one of the funnest, and that's kind of. I mean, the non-residents are the ones that are complaining the most about it on all the forums and everything.
yeah,
Which I get. I mean, Colorado's one of the last over-the-counter opportunities in the U.S.
yeah,
But as a resident, when you go 5 miles in the backcountry in the middle of nowhere. You shouldn't have to worry about calling in so many hunters.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I can't tell you how many times I've gone way back in, and every time I think I'm in a good spot, call in a hunter.
Yeah.
And most of them are non-residents from California or places like that, and it's just frustrating. And you look up. I don't think I ever took you up there, but one of the places I go, I mean, you drive on the road and there's not a campsite that's not being used.
Yeah.
And there's Colorado plates, like, I mean, as there should be,
Oh
but
yeah.
most plates are Texas, um, and all these other places, New Hampshire, um, and I get it. I mean, it's fun. Elk hunting's fun. I
Oh
won't,
yeah.
but
I'm I'm an out of state hunter. You're an out of state hunter, but
yep.
it is frustrating when you go that far back into where no one should be, and you either find footprints, find a campsite, or find the people.
Mm-hmm.
And not just one, but then you go over the next hill and there's another group of people. And then into the next bowl, there's two groups of people.
Mm-hmm.
You're 5, 6 miles from any road. And
No, it's getting out of control, and I'm glad they're doing something about it now, or at least talking a lot about it.
yeah,
So
and definitely, again, not bagging on the out of state hunters, because
yeah,
again,
no,
I'm one. I plan on being one.
yeah, no, we're planning on going to Utah this year.
Yeah,
So if everything works out,
yeah. But I'm glad that something's being thought about at least, whether or not it happens, which I think it probably will. But
oh yeah, it will. And with the wolves coming in, that I think they're kind of thinking, okay, we need to start limiting now, so it doesn't hurt as bad.
yeah,
So, and I don't think it'll be as hard to draw. I mean, I think you can still put
no,
in, but you got to put in now and focus on one unit
yeah.
or a bunch of units or something.
Well,
I
I
don't know. I
mean,
don't know what all the changes are going to be, but
yeah. No, everyone that I know around here that put in for it drew. It's
mm-hmm.
not like there were people that put in for it and didn't draw. Well,
But you're limited to
there's
that
there
unit.
there's one person that did that I know of, me. But everyone else got it. I put in for it primary and secondary and leftovers, and I never got it, but it's what it
It's a
is.
good. It's a good thing you didn't you didn't get it for primary though.
Yeah, no, I mean in the end it was a good thing. That was same time as my bear hunt. And again, I didn't get a chance to hunt bear. I
Yeah.
wouldn't I wouldn't have been able to even think about going out.
No. No. Not in that situation.
No. But this year, I again am going to plan on putting in for that, and hopefully,
Yeah. No. That's when I'd sacrifice some of my time up here to come down and hunt with you down there.
yeah, it's
That
it's a
that was
lot of
just a
fun.
fun hunt. But yeah, that was.
Well, heck yeah. Um, I mean, for those of you listening, hopefully there's a lot of people listening. Uh, honestly, this is probably how a lot of our podcasts are going to go.
Especially the mini
We,
podcasts.
especially the mini podcasts. We went from talking about how it's nice being cousins that get to talk to each other to elk hunting to talking about the wolves to a bunch of other hunts and whatever. We no, this is what we're passionate about.
And
We
this
love,
is what H&H is, you know.
yeah,
This is what we want to be, and this is what it's going to be.
yeah. We always talk about hunting. It is what we all 100% have in common.
Mm-hmm.
But we're gonna go off on different tangents and different things and just have a good time.
Yep. We'll be talking about hunting one time and go back to early conversation before we started the podcast was tile saws and
Yeah.
just stuff that we find very interesting. So stuff that maybe the audience won't necessarily, but we're having fun.
Yeah. We're doing something that we have found out we enjoy quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so we're going to continue doing it. And anyone that's listening that would like to, hit us up, let us know, join us in our crazy conversations,
Ask
tell
us
us about your
questions.
life.
Yeah.
No, we'd love to have anyone join us who would like to. Any questions anyone has, feel free to ask. We'll answer you.
Anybody that wants to sponsor us, go ahead.
Yeah, we got one so far. Let's get some
Do
more.
do we really?
Skyline camo, dude.
Skyline camo.
Heck yeah. They haven't got their stuff up yet, but once they do, we'll let y'all know.
Heck yeah. So no, I think that's a pretty good stopping point for today.
Yeah.
It kind of worked out the way we wanted it to. So,
Yeah.
and the record button's on, and everything looks good.
No,
So
no one interrupted with phone calls. No.
no one interrupted with phone calls. That I don't know how we're gonna piece that together.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Please don't hate us if our Deer Camp 2022 podcast is a little choppy at points, but
It'll still be good. It was a good
it'll
time.
still be really good.
So, and it'll always be good. We were not to go on too much more of a tangent, but this last year, it was kind of make or break it for the unit.
Yeah, I went in with 100% intentions of being done with that unit. This was my last time.
Yeah, and then we were going to switch units, um, and even during application season, I was like, "Yeah, sure, you want to do this unit again?"
Yeah. If
Yeah,
it
Hunter killed this big buck here and everything, but I
there's
think there's better opportunity.
up till this year, there's been so many people in there.
Yeah, this year is crazy. And maybe they were in a different part of the unit. I don't know, but
Yeah,
they just weren't where we were at.
no. And I mean, if it wasn't for Hunter, he's the one that talked me into putting in for it. I was going to put in for a completely different unit.
Yeah,
He's the one that was finally, he was like, let's just one more time. Come on. Let's do it one more time. This is
and I
our
was just gonna do whatever you guys did.
our unit.
Yeah,
And it still is. I am
and
gonna be
it'll be our. I think
yeah.
it's stuck.
It
So,
even if we don't have success like we did this year, it is it's fun. It's
yeah,
that's little piece of us is there.
yep, yep. And we didn't pick the best campsite, but it was a really nice campsite when we
Yeah.
woke up and it was light.
I mean I that's where I plan on going next year.
Yeah, I'm about to say we're not going to go anywhere else, and I don't think
No.
anybody's going to be in there.
I'm gonna go pitch my tent in the same spot and
Yep.
set my chair up so I can glass for elk every morning and night.
Set the can up in the tree.
Yeah, so we can shoot it in the middle of the day and on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping. I don't know how many of us are going to pull it this year.
Yeah.
I think for sure your dad and
If he doesn't, dude, I think he's gonna quit hunting altogether.
yeah.
He's gone 2 years without being able to draw it.
Hey, well, shoot, you were almost there, weren't you?
Yeah, I went 1 year without getting it.
So that was a year of misfortune.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a scar from that one.
Yeah, that's right.
But no, that's one that I'm going to try to get on a leftover because I know as a non-resident I'm not going to get it, but we'll see. I
Yeah.
plan on being there either way. Tracer, he has 4 or 5 points built up right now, and he's like, "No, I wanted to go do that."
Yeah.
Hey,
Heck yeah. I'll be there. If I don't have a tag, I'll be behind the camera.
yep. There'll be a lot of cameras running, so if anything, we'll get at least mediocre footage.
Yeah. None of us are very good at being a cameraman, but we'll keep trial by fire. We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there, and yeah, like I tell my wife, she's like, or she tells me more like, I'm like, I want these to be perfect hush quality videos. Well, I'm not a hush quality video editor,
No.
so I'm gonna be HnH quality stuff.
Yep.
So and
Yep.
it'll grow, and it'll get better, and once we learn the different tricks and stuff, but it's a whole big learning process.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hush. If you guys are somehow listening to this, we we love you guys. Holy
we
cow.
do that. Did
You
you
guys are
watch the last film they
some of
put
our
out?
heroes. I have.
That I watched that with Hannah, and that just hit it right on the head of how it is to hunt with your wife.
Yep. I
Your
watched it.
non-hunter wife, I should
I
say, or
watched it
not.
with my Hannah too.
Yeah, it was just, and I could feel all the emotions through it.
Yeah.
And we
Oh,
talked about this, and this will be on another mini series of going in it with our wives.
yeah.
And I'll bring Hannah on and have her talk about her elk hunt this year because she
I'll
had a lot
bring.
of cool things. But it was a lot like that video of there are these highs and there are these lows, and it was just a rough grind at the start, and it didn't pan out for us this time, but it was just a cool memory.
Yeah. No, that's perfect.
So, but no, that probably is one of my favorite hush videos they put out. Is that last one?
Yeah. No, yeah. We love you guys, Hush, and
We
we
do.
we like what you do and want to be like you, but in our own way.
Yep.
We're not going to copy you guys, but
I will say we do say a lot of Casey's quotes.
we do. He's the man.
He's the man, and I'll never be able. I mean, Hunter might be able to keep up with Chesser, but none of the rest of us
He's
could.
he's the only one that's got a chance.
But
He's
no,
probably the only one that works out semi close as much.
yeah, I mean, I was throwing around drywall all week.
Yeah,
That should count for something.
I was laying tile. I mean, I was in my slippers, and it's backsplash, so I didn't have to even sit down.
You didn't have to bend over. You just
No, I'm out of shape. I'm nowhere near Hunter or Chesser. I'm
no.
quite the opposite. I have got a beer gut going.
Yeah, me too. Hannah has us on this no sugar thing, which I don't follow very well. But if we want to do another shout out, it's thanks to Shed Crazy who hopped on Hush's podcast. We were listening to it hunting, and he was mentioning something about 1 hour of sugar a week, due to health things. But yeah, she misinterpreted that, and we're doing that now.
Oh, see, I'm the opposite. I have maybe an hour of without sugar in the week.
Yeah.
I mean, since we started this podcast, I downed a whole Pepsi, and I finished one right before we started.
No, that's. I'm all right with it.
Yeah,
I need to get cut off it anyway. But
I need to
that's not like
too.
I'm
But
strict on it like she is. She's really strict into it right now. But I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do this very hard. I'll try, but I need my sugar every once in a while.
yeah, which honestly is awesome for her. I wish
Yeah.
I had
When
enough
she got all her
motivation or
aunts
self
doing it and
control
her
to do it.
mom doing it, and I mean, there's a big group of people doing it with her. I'm like, holy crap. I can't believe you pulled this together. All because you listened to a hunting podcast.
Boom. For anyone
So
out there
sorry,
who's looking
husbands.
for a reason,
Don't
listen
let
to
your
the
wife
hunting
listen to this
podcast.
one. Yeah, I think that's it's been a good time.
Yeah.
So
No, I think that's great for our first mini series one.
first mini series, which isn't as many as I thought it'd be. We're sitting at almost an hour, which is
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
that's
So
awesome.
in case you guys didn't see from the last one, we got some pretty sweet hats going.
We do.
So,
HnH Pursuit.
HnH Pursuit.
I think Hunter and Colton, between the mixture of the two, designed these.
Yep. We sat down one day and hashed out a bunch of different designs that we liked. The first one was that HnH crosshairs one.
Which I did, which didn't turn out very good. It's what it is. It's to the
Yeah,
past.
it's in the past, but this one turned out pretty sweet.
Yeah, I love
We
it.
got them in this, and we got them in orange. So
Yeah, let me grab a.
and they were pretty quick in and out, and yeah, they look pretty good too.
Yeah. So anyone that wants any merch, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. We won't hook you up, but we'll let you buy one.
Yeah.
So you know what? If
No,
you bring a bunch of people to the podcast, we might hook you up. So worst case, we'll
I'll
hook you up with
gladly
some hats.
pay for it if you bring people to the podcast. So
Yeah. So we got a pretty good in with the hat company and everything, with Jared being a veteran and whatnot.
heck yeah.
So
Well, right on, my dude.
right on.
Thanks
So
everyone for hanging in there and listening to us. And
yeah. Hope we didn't bore you too much.
yeah, I wasn't, so I hope you guys aren't.
Yeah. No, I could go on another hour if we wanted
Oh
to.
yeah,
So
100%.
yeah. Anything you guys want to hear about, or any questions, comments, concerns, smart aleck comments?
We've got plenty of those, so add
We
to it.
got yeah. So go ahead and hit us up. Instagram, Facebook, Colton Hall, James Hughes. HnH has one, but it's still in the works. So, but it does have an Instagram, and we have some pretty sweet pictures and videos and whatnot there. So,
Oh yeah.
and then check out the
I was
check out
just
the
gonna
YouTube
say,
page, HnH Pursuit.
yeah, do it.
The latest video is pretty sweet if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, that's probably one of my favorite ones by far.
Yeah, no, it was a fun hunt. So it was a 600, what was it, 650 or something yard bomb. I don't remember what it was, to be completely honest. But my brother's first elk
On his
got
birthday.
on his birthday. He was able to pull it off on his birthday. So yeah, not often people can pull off a kill on their birthday, but
Yeah,
especially us. I mean, we're really not set
I
up.
know. We might be able to find a shed on our birthday, but
You know what? I have done that before.
well, yeah.
I had my best elk shed day on my birthday, but no, I might be able to hunt bear here on my birthday here in Wyoming.
Oh,
So
heck
we'll see.
yeah.
We'll see. We might have to get you a tag up here too. They're not that expensive for spring
I'll
bear.
do it. I'll do it.
But
Yeah, let's look into it.
yeah, sweet. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
Yes, thank you. We'll be back with you here shortly with another one.
Perfect.
All right, we'll see you.